my name's Amanda and I'm the Fun Size Reader, and today I want to talk about Namesake, which is the second book in the Fable Duology by Adrienne Young. So I actually read Fable as part of my Fun Size Book Club on Instagram that I run back in, I think it was November. So obviously when Namesake came out, I had to read that for that month, which was the month of April. And so I got together with almost the same group of girls. We had a couple new additions on there to chat about Namesake, which was book 2. I do have to say, I think I liked Fable a little bit more than I liked Namesake, but Namesake was still really, really good. I really liked how quick it read. Like, I think I read this in 2 sittings. It was so fast. It kept you really, really engaged. And I liked how it picked up right where it left off. So there was nothing lost in the story, which was great. But I did have to go remind myself kind of what happened so I could not forget and get lost in the story. There were a lot of twists and turns, and there was a lot of kind of pirate strategy in this book. And so I really thought that was fun and enjoyable. But I will say that I really loved Wes in the first book, and I really didn't like him in this one. I don't know, as I was reading and I was talking to the girls in the chat, I just didn't think that I loved him and wanted them to stay together. I don't know if I can explain why. I just felt that he was different, and it just didn't seem like the same Wes. I actually ended up liking Coy more than Wes by the end of the book, and that was really sad. Not that I wanted Fable to end up with Coy, but as a character, I ended up liking him a little bit more. I really thought all of the situation and kind of surprise with the grandmother was really, really unique. I wasn't expecting that. I honestly was expecting that her mom was going to be still alive. And I know that there are some people in the chat that thought the same thing. And I think that would have been a little bit predictable. So I think it's really cool that this was the way that Adrienne took it. But I will say, I feel like there's a big plot hole because the mom drowned. We know that from the first book. But in this one, like, I was thinking about it more once I found out that that wasn't going to be the twist in the story. And I was like, she was a dredger. She held her breath for a living and dove into the ocean, and that's what she did. How did she drown? Like, it wasn't 100% believable the more I thought about it. And other people that I talked to were saying the same thing, because that's what we all thought she was going to be alive. We were like, how would she have drowned? This just doesn't make any sense. So that was one piece that I went back and I was like, I didn't really love that. But I did end up really loving the relationship between Fable and Saint. And I really loved the relationship between Fable and Clove. And I really loved knowing that, like, despite everything that we thought about them in the first book, that it kind of all changed. And we got to really find out how they cared about each other. I thought it was a really good duology. I'm kind of sad that it's over. I don't really know how it could be continued, and sometimes that's okay. Sometimes I just want it to be 2 and be done. I don't want it stretched into something else. So I like that about Adrienne's books. I think she does a really good job at telling a complete story, and Fable and Namesake are along those lines. So if you need a great pirate read, if you were obsessed with Pirates of the Caribbean like I was, if you want something that is kind of fantastical but not really 100% unbelievable fantasy world, definitely pick up Fable and Namesake. You won't regret it. Thanks for chatting today. Don't forget to click like and subscribe below. And if you want to chat, you can find me on Instagram at The Fun Size Reader, on Facebook at The Fun Size Reader, and on Twitter at Fun Size Reader. See you next time.